So I just got done watching the My Hero Academia film. It was pretty good, actually. I did not dislike any of it. It was a whole original concept. I really liked the film, but there were a few minor things into it that may have been could have done better, I guess you'd say. So, welcome to the spoiler cast. I am Hannah Williams. But the My Hero Academia film, it was a really good film. Everything else was pretty good. A lot of other things could have been done better. You get to meet All Might when he is younger, when he's in America. You get to see some American villains and stuff. It's pretty dope. He's a transfer student. If you were watching the TV show, they do have a special episode where All Might gets an email and coming to America. And he asks Midoriya to come with him. Opening scene, pretty good. Everything starts out great. There's a few animation chalkiness. It's not bad animation. It's just I feel like they were kind of like cutting corners and like how the animation looks weird and trying to save time for not animating lip syncing or anything else, because it just showed All Might and Midoriya talking in the background, and they don't show face moving, eyes moving or anything. It just shows them in the distance talking. Not too bad, I guess you'd say, but I just feel like if they were gonna go for a movie, they should have been all out or anything. Other than that, film's pretty good. Fighting was pretty great. Really done nice visual aesthetics. Towards the end, it had some great fighting in it. Pretty great. I think the movie takes place because they do talk about the tournament and everything else, so it's like in between before they actually Midoriya actually starts using his kicking powers. Me, it's kind of like, just start kicking, bro, just start kicking, but it doesn't take place it just takes place during that time for all that, so it gets pretty cool. It kind of gets one of those weird things, you're like, oh, that's as expected, but other than that, I saw the English dub of it. Thought I was going to the sub version, but it wasn't. So, English dubbed version, same actors, pretty much. Not so terrible. I was able to watch both, either way. I really want to watch the subbed version, because I feel like the sub version is probably going to be a little bit more better, a little bit more epic. That's not bad of a film. I really enjoyed it. I was having fun. I don't know, I guess it kind of blows your mind a little bit, but at the same time, you kind of wasn't expecting it. It's one of those unoriginal twist that kind of throws you a curveball, because I didn't really see it as is, but if you kind of watch it again, you kind of like, that's why he's acting like that now. But it's pretty great. Basically, All Might travels to an island, man-made island that's basically a bunch of scientists, pretty much, that make stuff for heroes, pro heroes, and everything else, and anything for living and stuff. And so Mike's partner in crime in America is obviously one of the greatest scientists who wins the Nobel Peace Prize and everything. He literally gets to see him again because his daughter sends him an email and everything, and he literally just travels up there, and then but yes, yeah. There's a couple plot twists or not plot twists, but plot holes a little bit. Todoroki's there, the fire and ice guy, hot cold, or hot warm, or cold warm, or whatever. And he explains that his father got invited, so he just traveled up there with Endeavor. And the one thing that I don't really understand is, like, where was he in that whole situation? I know he doesn't really explain, like, how he was. Like, I mean, they asked for other pro heroes to show up, and he wasn't in the whole situation. Knowing the way Endeavor acts up, he's the number 2 hero. He tries to act. He's under the footsteps of All Might. Obviously, he's trying to improve himself to be better. Yeah, I may have missed it. Either he wasn't there, or he just took Todoroki the way he say, "Hey, I'm gonna send my son up there." Other than that, the rest of the other classmates, as the other students show up, you kind of understand. Momo, her dad is a big investor towards the island of the scientists, so they obviously sent her up there, and she was able to get a plus couple of people, so obviously the whole school. It was kind of bad. about the whole thing. They were able to get him, and then um, he was able to show up because his parents are pro heroes, of course. But during the time, they couldn't make it, so they sent him up there. They just have, you know, stupid stupid ways to show up, you know, randomly. I'm not gonna spoil everything, even though this is a spoiler cast. Other than that, like I mean, they had ways to show up the whole school and send them up there. It would have been more cooler to have them up there, you know, all fighting, because, you know, that's what they were mostly meant to be, but they obviously chose who they wanted to have fight and the whole thing. But other than that, it was a pretty good movie. I'm pretty sure there's going to be other films where they all have the students fighting all at once. Nothing new or anything else, but there's this one part that made me laugh. It's when Samuel, he's the assistant to the scientist guy, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna double portray him and still give him the thing that makes Quarks even more powerful and superhuman. He's like, now where's my reward? The guy just goes up there and shoots him. That was pretty funny. But pretty much the scientist guy figures out it's pretty much his quark is draining. And so in his way, he's like, well, maybe if we can do this, we can steal my old stuff, and then I can eventually give that to All Might so he can, because in his head he always saw All Might as the symbol of peace all the time. He was his #1 hero, of course, and All Might this, All Might that. It's all about status, about what All Might was, and he didn't see that, obviously. So, and then towards the end, he saw the new status. He saw there's a picture that you get to see a lot, and it's All Might like jumping, and he's like doing a cool like power stance and everything. And then when he gets captured, obviously he sees the same thing as Midoriya doing the exact same thing. What, you know, as what Midoriya is doing. So, other than that, pretty good film. Not so terrible. It's their first film.